Howie is played by Canadian actor Tetsuro Shigematsu, who also doubles as the film's director. He also wrote the film and produced it. He is a one-man band, and he joins me in studio this morning. Good morning, Tetsuro.
Hey, good morning,
How
Gary.
are you?
It's great to see you again.
The tables are turned. I gotta
right.
tell all the viewers, Tetsuro and I used to work together at CBC. You hosted the Roundup, the very famous afternoon show, and I would come in every once and again.
Gallery was my fashion columnist.
That's right.
That's right. And I remember the three things you told me. You said, Tetsuro, you have no style. You're a typical CBC radio person.
Zero.
What you need to do is you need to dress all in black.
Yeah.
Grow your hair out long. And I think the last thing you said was become Asian, right? Because before I met Gallery, I was like this nerdy white guy. So thank you so much. Now look at me. I look fabulous. Do I not? Yes, exactly.
That's fashion.
Yes.
You look great.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you. Now, you've left the position from behind the microphone. You took a bit of a risk.
That's
right.
right.
And you produced your own movie on what was the budget?
I'm almost embarrassed to say it was no money. I was like you. I was the high-powered media elite person.
Oh, yeah,
I walked away from the huge piles of money on the table, and that's right. I followed my dream to make no-budget movies. But then the reward is I get to premiere at Fantasia, so it's not all bad.
Tell me the story about this Yellow Fellas. I love when people go back to their roots, to their culture, take a look at in the mirror at who they really are, and come up with a great idea. What's the story?
Well, I was crashing this Asian Studies conference, and I came across two Asian guys who were academics, but they were talking about buying guns and starting a revolution. And I said, you guys are kidding, right? But it turns out they weren't. So that was the genesis for Yellow Fellas.
For Yellow Fellas. Now, what have you discovered in your own roots and in your own heritage that makes for great comedy?
Well, I discovered, that some of the stereotypes are true about Asians. For example, we really are the smartest people on the face of the planet.
Of course you are.
And that, but we go out of our way. We have a reasonable accommodation to go out of our way and make fun of everyone. We take on Jewish people, we make fun of black people, of Muslims. We're equal opportunity offenders.
Sure, at least you're equal and generous in making fun of people.
That's right, but we're especially hard on white folks, I have to admit. My brother-in-law, Eric Levesque, said, Tetsuro, why is it in your movie Yellow Fellas, all the French Canadians are portrayed as skinheads? I said, you got a good point there. But compared to how we portray Asians, you guys come off looking pretty well.
You look pretty
Yeah,
good.
so the skinheads are the hero in Yellow Fellas, and it just gets stranger from there.
Now, it's a bit of an action film. Did you have to do some serious training to get in shape for this
film?
Because you're looking a little bit more buff than the CBC days.
It's partly the black, which was your fashion recommendation, and it's true, I'm a 10th Dan black belt, and my hands are licensed, but actually, to defy stereotypes, I don't do any martial arts. We have 200 Asian guys in this film, and they can't kick straight. They're all no martial arts at all. It's a comedy, and
that's what the funny part is.
Yes. There's lots of action, though.
Now, you're starring in this film. You wrote it, and you directed it. How did you do all that, and why did you decide to put yourself in it? Is it because you love yourself that much?
Yeah, I'm a control freak.
Yeah,
I did lots of camera tests. And it turned out I was the best. The camera just loves me. No, actually, I just knew that given our budget and our time constraints, I was the only person that wouldn't quit. It took us 7 years to make this film. We shot over 6 months, and it was true. Everyone fell off by the wayside, but I was the last man standing. But hey, we're here in Montreal with Fantasia, and everyone's happy.
Great article in the Gazette yesterday by Bill Brownstein.
Yes.
One person that's getting a lot of kudos for this film is your cinematographer.
Stuart
Local
Ashton.
guy.
That's right. I believe Bill Brownstein referred to his cinematography as masterful.
Masterful.
And it truly is. And how many indie films can you talk about having masterful cinematography? So he was absolutely terrific. And he was exactly the right guy, because not only was he a good DOP, but he had brass ones, if I may say so, because we had police security guards breathing down our neck, totally indie style, no permits, and he just never lost his cool.
All right, well, before I say goodbye to you, I know you took a risk leaving a really secure, high-profile job to go out and do what you want to do, but you're not alone. You've got a beautiful family. You've got a wife, you've got a daughter, and you've got a wife who's expecting another one.
And in fact, my wife asked me to give you a little something before I go, and this is totally from the heart. It's not self-serving. It's a gift of our brand new edition of Yellow Fellas, which is playing this Saturday at 5 p.m. So, if your viewers want to see a terrific movie, because they're probably tired of the summer blockbusters.
Yeah, and they're tired of me talking all the time.
Yeah, which is kind of like Chinese food. 5 minutes later, leaves you feeling empty, but this is nourishing for the head and soul.
I will have the information up on the board for the premiere. I want to invite everybody out there. I'm going to be there for sure. I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to watch it live with everybody so I get the excitement and feel it with you guys. Fantasia is a great film festival kicking off this weekend. Kick it off right with a really bad kung fu kick for us here.
That's right.
Tetsuro.
Okay, here we go. I think I pulled something. Okay.
Can we get a security in here, please? We're going to throw things over to Marianne Weisenthal. She's standing by with the weekend roundup. You okay?
No.